What's up guys? If you want to see how I took this old, outdated, vintage dresser set and transformed it into this beautiful, elegant showpiece, then stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ryan and I'm the content creator behind Revived by Ryan. On my channel, I want to show you that you don't need a lot of experience to make money flipping furniture. Every week, I'll be posting a brand new video where I pick up a worn out piece of furniture, restyle it and sell it for a profit on Facebook Marketplace. On today's video, I'll be taking a bedroom set and giving it brand new legs, brand new hardware, a complete new colorway, giving it drawer liner, so hopefully pick up some tips. So without any more delay, on with the video. I picked up this wood veneer bedroom set for just £20 from a seller on Facebook Marketplace. The hardware was missing and there was some dent and gouges, but overall it was a complete steal. Unfortunately, I liked this gold strip, but it was scratched beyond repair, so I decided to paint right over it. To know if a piece is solid wood or if it's a wood veneer, look at the edge of the wood grain. It should continue right around the piece in the same direction. Notice how the edge of this wood grain goes in a complete different direction from the top. I felt the mirror on this piece made the dresser look very dated, so I decided to completely remove it. I then removed the hardware, remembering to store it away in a clear plastic bag for future projects. Remember, waste not, want not. It was then time to hoover the pieces to remove any dust balls, cobwebs and whatnot that the furniture has picked up over time while in storage. I was planning to install new legs on these pieces, so there was no need to keep these wheels on there. As pointless as it may seem, I'll keep these as you just never know if you'll need them for future projects. To clean the piece, I use a multi-purpose degreaser and the rough side of a sponge to scrub away any grime or dirt that hasn't been picked up while hoovering. I then dry it down with a dry cloth. To fill the holes left behind from the mirror fittings, I'm using Ronseal's wood filler. All wood fillers can shrink, so I had to apply 2 layers of this filler as there were slight gaps in the filled holes. Once the filler had completely dried, I followed it up with a medium grit sanding sponge to remove any excess wood filler. To smooth out the filled in area, I use a 120 grit sandpaper. I also use this to scuff sand the entire piece so that my primer has a surface to stick to. For a list of the tools I use throughout this video, check out the description. I've linked everything down below. I noticed when sanding the side of the nightstand that there was a slight gouge on the top, so using a piece of filler to create a putty, I simply filled it in, let it dry, and then once dry, I sanded it with a medium grit sanding sponge. To get into the hard to reach areas and the curves of the drawers, I use a fine grit sanding sponge to scuff up the surface. It's vital to protect the inside of your drawers, so I use this masking tape with clear sheet attachment. It may seem a hassle, but coming from me, the last thing you want is to have to scrub away the dry paint from the inside of your drawers after you finish your project. I highly recommend using a respirator when sanding and painting, as just after 4 projects, look at the dust come from these respirator filters. I think they're very much worth it. I would normally roll my primer, however when I seen Zinsser's bin spray primer, I had to give it a try. Covering the whole piece with 1 coat, I left it for just over an hour to dry completely.
I got these two 20 grit sanding sponges on Amazon for less than £1 each, and they're perfect for smoothing out your paint jobs and, in my case, sanding after priming. These are great as they conform to the curves of the piece. I follow this up by wiping away any dust left behind from sanding. The hardware I'm using are these steel pull handles that I picked up on Amazon and these pole legs that I picked up from my local Screwfix. The easiest way to paint this style of hardware I have found is by screwing them to a shallow cardboard box. This allows you to spray it from all angles. The colour I decided on for this hardware was this gold metallic from Plastic Coat. 2 coats of this colour was just enough. The colour I chose for this bedroom set was a mix of this Johnson's Dusty Morning Grey and Hemway's Flat Matte Black. To get the shade of grey I wanted, I mixed 4 parts grey and 1 part black, not forgetting to mix in the 10% water to get the consistency I need to spray. This paint sprayer cost me just £50 and has more than paid itself off already. I gave the first coat about 90 minutes to dry completely and then applied the second coat. The coverage with this paint was absolutely amazing. Once the second coat had dried, it was then time to fit the legs. I first create my pilot holes using a 2mm and then a 3mm drill bit. I post weekly furniture makeover videos, so don't forget to subscribe and click that post notifications bell. Once the pilot holes are in place, it was then just a matter of screwing the legs on. I've used these legs on a bedroom set before. If you want to check it out, I've linked it above. To protect the legs before spraying my top coat, I wrapped them in tin foil. The top coat I'm using is Decorator's Varnish in a dead flat for a nice matte finish. I add it to my current paint mix to avoid any cloudiness. One coat of this top coat was just enough. Once the top coat had dried, it was then time to remove the masking tape, sheet and tin foil. Those clean lines are worth the prep. I then installed the matching hardware. If you enjoy this style of furniture makeovers, check out the playlist I've linked above. The pieces look beautiful so far, however, some of the drawers had water stains inside, so I decided to line them all. I measured out the sized pieces for the base of the drawers. I then used a mix of PVA glue and water to set them in place. So this is how it looked before. And this is the final result.
Thanks for watching today's video, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think of today's transformation. Also, if you loved today's furniture makeover as much as I did, drop me a like. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.